Clever seamstress that she was, Mother had cut it down to fit me for this grand occasion. For once, I looked like the princess of my most extravagant fancies. Almost before I knew it, the Strand emptied into Charing Cross. There, our stream of traffic mingled with the one from Haymarket. The combined crowd swirled around the statue of King Charles on his horse, jostling as if funnelled down Whitehall. "This way, Lizzy!" Mother tugged me after her, against the traffic. We'd never see anything around the Abbey. She and Father had talked of little else for the past week. They decided we should find a spot near the Opera House to watch the great lords and ladies on their way to the Abbey. Afterward, we would be well placed to head for Hyde Park, where there would be music, puppet shows, and later fireworks. "Excited, Lizzy?" Father asked as he lifted Patrick off his shoulders. I gave a vigorous nod that made my curls waggle. "I told Mother the air smells different this morning. She says it's just the time of year." "Perhaps it's all the fruit mongers, sausage sellers and pie men collecting so close together." Father sniffed. "Oh, every breath is as good as a feast." "It's more than that." I struggled to put my vague but insistent feeling into words. "It smells hopeful." "Oh, clever puss." Father chapped me under the chin. "Perhaps there's a whiff of optimism in the air. We have an English-born king again at last. A fine young fella, with a sensible head on his shoulders from what I hear. May his reign last many years and bring England peace and prosperity." We did not have long to wait before a parade of splendid carriages came trundling down the Mall. Sunshine glinted off the ladies' jewels, while a faint breeze ruffled the tall plumes of their headdresses. Such wondrous sights would fuel my daydreams for months to come. An open coach rolled past, bearing a stiff young couple who appeared to resent being a spectacle for the crowd. The pretty girl seated opposite them seemed too wrapped up in her own thoughts to notice all the people gawking at her. "Father," I pointed toward the man in the carriage, "is that our new king?" He shook his head. "The Duke of Richmond and his Duchess. The other lady is his sister. I hear the king wanted to marry her, but his mother and Lord Bute insisted on a German princess." I craned my neck to keep the lady in sight for as long as possible. Would she be sorry to see another woman crowned today, in a place that might have been hers? An intake of breath from the crowd drew my attention to the beautiful woman in the next carriage. "Lady Lorne," said my father. "One of the celebrated Miss Gunnings, she was. They came from Ireland a few years after your mother and created a sensation at Covent Garden. Such a crowd of admirers used to flock to the stage door. They did not stay actresses for long, though. One soon wed the Duke of Hamilton, and the other married the Earl of Coventry." He glanced down at me, his brown eyes twinkling. "Are you sorry your mother settled for a poor actor with nothing but his charm to recommend him? You might have been Lady Elizabeth now, riding in one of those fine coaches." "William!" Mother gave him a playful cuff on the arm. "Don't be teasing the child. I never had any noble suitors." A woman in the crowd nudged Father. "Who's that coming next? The gentleman has a nose as sharp as a pike, but the lady is very handsome." "That's Lord Spencer." I could tell by the slight puff of Father's chest he was pleased to have an audience. "Cousin to the Duke of Marlborough. His Grace inherited the title, but the old Duchess gave Lord Spencer's family the fortune." As each carriage passed, Father dredged up some scrap of gossip about the occupants to entertain those around us. Being the centre of attention put him in high spirits. Basking in the reflected glory, I could scarcely contain my pride. Then 2 young men pushed their way to the front of the crowd. "Pray, who are you, sir, presuming an acquaintance with all the aristocrats?" "William Cane," Father replied in a frosty tone. "A play actor at Drury Lane. I boast no acquaintance, but I do recognise those who frequent the theatre." Never heard of you.